Hey guys, Robbie. I got a special guest here to say something.
Greetings, this is Wonder Woman. You are watching Pros versus Noobs.
Actually, Wendy, that's supposed to be Pro teaches noobs. I know you like you like to do fighting and everything, but not everything's always.
And today, this is Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're going to teach you how pros do things. They do it better than their brother. They're about to celebrate becoming an only child.
Yeah, I hear you say that a lot, Azula.
Yeah, noobs are just twerps and they all need to go to bed. They sure are. I can't stand a noob. You know who's a noob? Billy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I can't stand that guy. But he is my best friend, so whatever.
Oh, way to go, Mandy. So, yeah. What they said. Welcome to Pro Teaches Noobs. Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob. To have with me, Jared.
What's up?
And today we are going over my take-two coverage of formerly known as the Justice League, the reunion of Keith Giffen, JMdematteis, and Kevin Maguire on everything here. And so you've never read the Bwa-ha-ha era.
No, you mean the Justice League International, right?
In Europe, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this got for a while people gave it a bad rap.
People still do, kind of.
Yeah. Now, is it perfect? No. And is there a lot of self-deprecating humor? Yes, but there's a charm to it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, some of the stuff here, like there's going to be a joke about in here, I could just say it already, about Guy Gardner claiming he married this old widower named Gladys for her money and everything. We never see her. And then later on, Dan Jurgens as a nod because DeMatteis and Giffen were going to take over Booster Gold. He had to be. Remember that time I claimed I married to that old heiress Gladys, and Dad totally fell for it. It was both a jab and a reference.
That's good.
We never see her, so he might as well be making it up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so let's. Hey, I just love it, of course. Yeah, Ted going, here we go again.
Here we go.
Yep. But yeah, all Earth, the magnificent ocean, teeming with life, the cities choked with humans who strain toward the heaven, but are forever denied their, sir? Yes, High Nine? You're doing it again. Oh, so I am. Sorry. What about the metahumans? And reports indicate the incident spontaneously generates superhuman abilities are up dramatically from previous contact. Well, that can't be good. In fact, my lord, it stinks. My concern lies not with the masses of metahumans, but with the devils who thwart my will again and again and again. What a black day it was when I first encountered. Please, sir, if you don't stop, I'll be forced to mount an intervention. Of course. Now tell me about the Justice League. The League, as we once understood it, no longer exists. Its UN charter has been dissolved, as have their embassies. The target is no longer JLA affiliated. Then where is he? With him. Maxwell Lord? Lord? No need to shout, sir. Force of habit. At any rate, Lord should present no problem. He is nothing but a cyborg, your denseness. A cyborg? When did he become a cyborg? You're yelling again. It's my ship, High Nine, and I'll yell as much as I damn well please. Okay, what do you think about the ready right there? The mocking of it, like you're monologuing, you're yelling.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yes, force of habit. That's the case. I love villains that do that, where they're trying to go to cliches and someone said, sir, you're being a cliche. Oh,
yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Like, thank you for choosing Big Belly Burger. Have a reasonably bearable day. Reasonably bearable? I do not believe in giving people false hope. Come on, old friend. Are things really that bad? Are my ocular units deceiving me? Nope. It's Maxwell Lord in the flesh. Oh, sir, I never meant for you to see me like this. Then standing in the drive-thru window wearing a silly hat was a really bad idea. What in the world are you doing here? It's only my part-time. Oh, beloved leader. Hellron, you're one of the most sophisticated cybernetic mechanisms. I prefer the term life form. Most sophisticated cybernetic life form ever encountered. False humility is useless, sir. What you say is true. Then I repeat, what are you doing here? INS rules, oh beloved leader. You register with the Immigration and Naturalization Services. I am a law-abiding, sophisticated cybernetic life form. Sir, get in the damn car. But my shift isn't over until now. Yes, oh beloved leader. Now, how he got back into his body when last he had been seen was in actually in Despero's body is never cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
But who cares? He's back.
Mm-hmm.
And stop calling me that. Yes, oh beloved. Yes, sir. Has it really been that bad? I tried computer repair, but I had a friction with my coworkers. And it's not as if you, I know. Not even a Christmas card, sir. If I had a heart, it would be broken. You can't guilt me, Elron. I don't have a heart either. So why is it you've taken me away from a promising career in the fast food business? I'm going to need your help with this if I'm going to pull it off. Why is it you're pulling off exactly, sir? If you need the police, Elron, who do you call? 911? Exactly. And what if you need the JLA or the JSA, any other group or individual superhero? What do you do if you need a metahuman help? I usually use the signal watch Superman gave me. It never fails. Sarcasm? How unlike you. Try serving jolly meals to a rabid 6-year-old for a month. It will change you too, sir. But to the question at hand, you see what I'm getting at? I do, sir. And I think your life must be more pathetic than mine for you to even consider such a thing. The people's heroes, Elron. Accessible neighborhood interactive. Moronic, doomed to failure. I think it can work, Elron. You think you can make a bundle. It's a non-profit organization. Oh, sir, come on. I'm not kidding. I must have the wrong Maxwell Lord. Was I really that shallow? Shallow is too small a word, sir. Lovely place, by the way. Is this where you're living now? This, my old friend, is where we make our dream reality. Our dream? I do not dream, sir. And if I did, this would qualify as a nightmare. What happened to the old Elron? You were such a bootlicking lackey? Well, yes, and a damn good one. Now, tell me the truth. Would you rather be back there flipping burgers or beginning a new adventure with me? The answer, I'm afraid, is most humiliating. Count me in, sir. Great. And Elron? Yes? You can call me, oh beloved leader. Now that I think about it, it's got a great ring. Again. See? All right? Smart writing.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you agree with that? Like this? It's smart writing here.
Mm-hmm.
It's believable writing too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
For that time period, yeah.
For that time, which was, well, for this case, this was 2000s.
Yeah, it's very 2000s.
Yep. And you're joking. You're the buffoon, Ted. I never joke. Well, yeah, well, that's true. Hey, who are you calling a buffoon? See, we're having fun already, just like the old days. Bwa-ha-ha and all that. Yeah, I'm playing my side. But your brain cells seem to be irreparably damaged. What do you mean? Let me put it this way. Okay, let me see now. How can I put this? It's a rotten idea! It's a great idea. You were there, Ted. We saved the world. In spite of ourselves. Okay, so you've got a point there. But if we launch again, do it right. Unencumbered by government and corporate interests. We'll still make intergalactic asses of ourselves. It never seemed to bother you before. Times change, Max. People change. I've changed. How much do any of us really ever change? Max. What? I have a heart condition. Meaning I have a heart condition. What part of that don't you grasp? So you can't, what? Eat as many Twinkies as you used to? Push as many buttons on the bug? Okay, that's taking Jeff because it was revealed that during his time with helping out the birds of prey, he had a couple of minor heart attacks that he wasn't even aware of.
Okay, I see.
So, but here it's a case of like, okay, yeah, that's good dramatic stuff, but when is that going to really stop anyone?
Yeah.
So, again, they're making jest of it, but let's be honest, they're being blunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, it's good if you want to take them out and retire them forever, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor cut you down to 10 jokes a day. Max, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I might die if I do this. Boosters in. I'll definitely die if I do this. You two on the outs all of a sudden? You two on the outs? I don't want to talk about it. I just want to... Right, let's not talk. Let's act. Oh, my secretary faxed over the contract. Have you ever heard a single word I've said? I know you, Ted. You know someone I used to be. With you, it's not the words that matter. It's what's in your heart. And again, McGuire's artwork. He's one of the few people that makes Talking Heads work because he's not doing the static repeat panels.
Yeah, the expressions really work.
Especially when it's going along exactly with what's being read. What's in my heart is this little plastic valve that, welcome aboard, Blue Beetle. Expect the contract in an hour, but I'll kill you the first thing in the morning and we'll finalize. Max, you don't understand. I think you'll find the benefit package generous. Max, I'm not going to do... How generous? Years without knowing if you were dead or alive. Nicer term is applicable to me. And then you just show up at our door? A delightful surprise, is it not? I don't know. Is it? If my presence here has disturbed you, I can leave, but then Mr. Lord will be greatly disappointed. Mr. Lord, as in our beloved leader, and Max, our beloved leader, yes. Our beloved, Max sent you here. Why? Your tones are highly suspicious, Mr. Elongated Man, sir. With justification. Sir, I am a gag. Like, when has our beloved leader ever done anything to arouse your suspicion? Permit me to rephrase that. We are happy to see you, Elron, really. And I have to say that we're intrigued. You're intrigued? I'm Ralph. You'll have to excuse him. His sense of humor froze solid in 1959. But the recipe works just fine, as my lovely bride will attest. Well, now that you mention it, the rubber body parts do come in extremely handy. So what does Max want exactly? You know, I don't even think we should be having a discussion. I mean, do you have any idea how many brunches and barbecues I've invited Max to? Not to mention the card games and movie nights, Ralph. And did he ever come once? Did he even ever respond to the invite? Ralph! Oh, shut up now. Can we cut to the chase, Elron? If that means can we dispense the inanities and discuss the matter at hand, that would be our great relief. I think we've just been insulted. Actually, I think you've just been insulted. Mr. Lord is fond of you two, on both the professional and personal level. Your contribution to the European League were invaluable. First he insults us, now he's buttering us up. And I know, and I think it's lovely. And so, Mr. Lord would like to know if you've any interest in participating in the non-profit metahuman partnership that, yes, just tell us where and when. But don't you want to know the specific? We're in. If Ralph's going to find something constructive to do and fast, we're going to both end up in a padded cell. Do you know how sick I am of all his brunches and barbecues and card games and movie nights? Don't forget those god-awful movie nights. You're in? I wonder what Metamorpho and Dr. Light are doing. You know, at one point, I was so desperate, I came close to joining the new Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol, you are willing to join the group called Doom Patrol. Might as well join the Suicide Squad. Pathetic, huh? Indeed, Mr. Elongated, sir. Because that's a jab because they were not handled well after Rachel Pollock's run.
Okay, I see.
Yep. What do you mean you don't see the appeal? Oh, Woman on Fire? It's what I do, Max. Yes, but, well, you can't really see anything except fire. Exactly. You're naked? Well, no, but then they don't know that. The male imagination, when fueled by hormones, it's an extraordinary thing. I love that!
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even tell Teddy you see the bra there, but you know a horny guy is not going to.
Yeah, but that goes back to even when she was in jail, Just Like Unlimited, the show.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. People pay to enter your website so they can download pictures of you on fire because they believe erroneously that you've got it. No, I don't. It's really quite brilliant. I make a small fortune, and like those other bimbos on the web, I don't have to demean myself to do it. It's beyond demeaning. It's diabolical. Who asked you? And what are you doing here anyway? First thing we'll have to do is shut down blazingfire.com. Excuse me? You know you're not naked. I know you're not naked, I guess. But we've got an image to uphaul. What you mean, we, Kimosabe? It's why I've looked you up after all these years, Beatrice. I'm going to hate this. I just know it. Ted loved the idea. Ted Cord? Uh-huh. Thought it was absolutely brilliant. What the hell are you talking about? No, you wouldn't. I mean, no one in his right mind would ever... Max? Like, is there going to be a website? Give it up, Manowar. You haven't got a chance against the mighty Captain Atom. It seems to be doing pretty well so far. I simply allowed you to throw me through the window so that I could take the battle out into the streets. Toward the end of his ongoing, or one story with him, he did develop the Kingdom Come outfit, but doesn't work.
Yeah,
yet.
I was about to ask. At first, I thought that was Major Force.
No, that's the Kingdom Come outfit, but it doesn't work here.
I don't think I ever saw the Kingdom Come Captain Atom.
Yeah, well, you see him very briefly before he got split open.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that.
But this was his design with the
color.
Oh,
that's what happened to Nuke, like basically Kansas. I remember.
He got split open.
Okay, that's what happened. All right.
Of course you don't want to endanger any innocent bystander in that department store. Exactly. You really expect me to believe that? Frankly, I don't care what you believe. Like, you've given me your best shot, Captain, and I'm still standing. And now I will erase you from the surface of the earth, you and all of your miserable race. If I had $1 for every time a tunnel-headed guy in a cape and boots said it to me, I'd probably have $1. Okay, goodbye, Captain. Or as my people say, yeah, well, same to you. I bet you've been waiting years to deliver that clever reposit. No, but I have been waiting to do this. Manowar? Hello? Hey, geez, he must have had a heart attack or something. Not exactly. Elron, are there any other cybernetic life forms that you are on a first name basis with? Not that I have a last name, although perhaps Ron is my last name. But then, what kind of first name is Al? What are you doing here? And why are you shooting my arch nemesis? Is this the kind of arch enemy you've been reduced to, Captain? I did you a favor by shooting him. What's that supposed to mean? Really, sir, you are a human nuclear reactor. You could have incinerated him 5 seconds into your imborgial. Imborgial? Isn't that some kind of Italian cheese? The point is, sir, that you were toying with him, or perhaps with yourself. I stopped toying with myself years ago in order to maintain the fiction of a challenge. Even your dialogue, if I might say so, sir, was quite cliched. You haven't got a chance against the mighty Captain Atom. If it just so happened, I pay a guy over $100 a page to write this stuff. Highway robbery, sir. Just tell me what you want. I have no personal desire, sir. I exist to serve the will of our beloved leader, Maxwell Lord. A contract from Max? What? He couldn't come ruin my day in person? Some of the others require more direct and personal cajoling. And I get the indirect, impersonal cajoling from a robot, cybernetic life form, sir. Mr. Lord believes that you would share his vision and not need the special handling that our more emotionally challenged comrades do. He really wants to do this, and you agree with him? Mine is not to reason why. Mine is to avoid serving jolly meals at all costs, although I was growing quite fond of the silly hat. What are you talking about? Let's just say that my life has been fairly humiliating of late. I understand. I'm sure you do. One look at that new costume, man. I know. I know the guy who writes my dialogue as an artist friend who, with all due respect, sir, this isn't a comic book. This is real life. So it comes to this. Yeah, and a terrific this at that. You think what you've done with yourself is terrific? Suddenly there's a problem with living in a life of luxury, but it's not your lap. But it's a nice laugh. She's 30 years older than you are. I'm from the future, Max. Everybody's older than I am. Booster Gold, you're a kept man. And yeah, hate life, sweet. You're shameless. I'm honest. And what's wrong with me hanging out with a mature woman? And beats the jailbait you used to have on your arm. I'll have you know that Lola was 26, 22, and barely. You people in the 21st century are so sexist. Older man, younger woman, fine, great. Younger man, an older woman, call in the Inquisition. Okay. I apologize. I mean, the judgment you bring to matters of sexual... You what? I apologize. No, you don't. Yes, I do. You never apologize. It gets against your religion. Maybe I've changed. I haven't. And why should you? No. If you're apologizing, you want something. And what would you want for... I'm in! But I haven't even told you. Max, she watches Golden Girl reruns on Lifetime every night. She's had 4 facelifts. My God, the woman's old mouse. And she has to has me put on my costume before we... Please spare me. No, spare me. I'm in. I gotta warn you, this isn't anywhere near as grand as the JLI. Where do I sign? I'll have my secretary fax over the contract. I don't suppose you'll be willing to stick around while I tell her about this, little moral support. That's what I love about you, Booster. You always make me laugh. I don't think so. Is it your decision to make? No, but Captain Marvel and me, we're dating. What? Gosh, no! How could you even say such a? This is an enlightening age, comparatively speaking, and such things are no longer frowned upon by society, with the exception, of course, of televangelists. Look, forget all that. I'm just telling you that Captain Marvel isn't interested. I have assurance from Mr. Lord that we'll have sing-alongs and s'mores every afternoon at 4. Let me be honest here. Cap told me that, well, when he was in the league, yes, he hated it. Everyone hates it. That's half the charm. Wow, look at the time. I gotta run. Here's my lunch meeting now. Lunch meeting? But we don't have a... For the love of mercy, Mary, just play along, will ya? Nice meeting you, Elron. Send my best to Mr. Lord. Billy Batson, what has gotten into you? He doesn't like you to go around making up stories. If you knew what he wanted, you'd have made up a story too. But that was dishonest. You're right, it was. Come on, let's duck in here and say the magic word. Shazam! And I'm sorry, but that robot, he was from the Justice League. Well, the old Justice League. You mean the one who made fun of you for wanting to sing row, row, row your boat? Can we forget about that? Anyway, Maxwell Lord's getting them back together. Some sort of kind of low-rent team. The common man superhero, or so the robot says. He was adorable, wasn't he? Elron? I can't say that I use that word. I can't believe he came barging into the newsroom like that. When do people get suspicious? Of what? That Billy Batson and Captain Marvel are one and the same. Now, why would anyone think that? Captain Marvel is the world's greatest hero. But when you're plain old Billy, you're just a regular kid. Plain old Billy. So you really think it's a bad idea, this new team? I didn't say it was a bad idea. I said I didn't want any part of it. Mary, you have no idea what it's like working with those people. They're not like us. It's like they come from a parallel universe. But I think, let's not talk about it anymore. But look, I gotta go. I'll see you back at the office. Common man superhero. It was a long shot. I'm sure you did your best. No, I'm not being sarcastic. I've decided to leave that to you, Elron. What? Call you Mr. Ron? Why should I? What can I say? And what can you get back? And when can you get back? Must we go through this again? Technically, you are cargo. And no, you don't get frequent flyer miles. Look, if it was up to me, you'd go first class all the way. But the airline, where did you ever learn such language? I did not. Can we please change the subject? All told, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Fire, Elongated Man. How'd Sue get in here? I see. You don't do clerical. My mistake. And Captain Adam, right? Did you ask him to do something about that dreadful coloring? He looks like an Oscar. I want him back in silver. Pronto. Are you Mr. Lord? Mr. Maxwell Lord? I've got to go, Elron. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you come in. Is there something I could do for you? Golly, I certainly hope so. How was that for that first issue?
It's okay.
Yep.
It's not my favorite era of the Justice League. Let me put it to you that way.
Oh, I know. But again, the writing here is snappy. It's definitely snappy. Are we cloaked? We could take off all our clothes and dance across the hall and no one could see us. And have we entered geosynchronous orbit? If you mean, have we parked yet? Yes. Cute little planet, if I may observe, sir. Believe me, High-Nine, I have had several contacts with this militant mudball, and it is anything but cute. They are warlike and venal. The majority of their people go to bed hungry. They desecrate their environment, feed on their wildlife. Oh, the humanity, the suffering, if I may say, sir, you're such a downer and a melodramatic one at that. My anti-fustian medication, I forgot to take it. Not to worry, sir. I'll have J-Lo fetch it for you. Thank you, High-Nine. Now, that's the actual robot's name. Now, quadrate coordinates. Increase magnification by a factor of 10. Very funny. I live to amuse you, sir. Just go to the proper coordinates, but download that image to my quarters for a further study. As you wish, your puritary attendants. Excellent. So this is their current headquarters. Rather shabby, don't you think, my lord? Extremely so. But then, so are they. Don't you have something better to do, B? Like help me set up the computer equipment? What do you think, Sue? A 7? Him? Wake up and smell the Streisand. He's gay. How do you know? Well, for one, he's been studying Max's butt the way you've been studying his. I still think he's a 7, maybe even an 8. Like, you don't actually rate men on a scale of 1 to 10, do you? Of course I do. Don't you think that's a tad juvenile? Not to mention sexist. You're only saying that because you're married to a 4. Excuse me? Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm sure Rat Belfast is enduring qualities, most of which escape me at the moment. But you got to admit, on that physical level, he's a 4. I'll have you know that my husband is loving, compassionate. He has a wonderful sense of humor. He's a 4. He has a flexible body part. But how well does he use them? How well does he? And see, a definite 4. Now, Plastic Man, there's someone who knows how to. Hey, ladies, what are you doing? Oh my God, I'm married to a 4. What? And what'd you say, sweetie? Now, there's an A. You're not doing that thing where you rate men on a scale of 1 to 10, are you, Sue? And Sue? Oh, does she do that too? All the time. It'd be embarrassing, except that she always tells me I'm a perfect 10. Perfect? In his way. My wife, on the other hand, can't be rated because she's off the scale. That's my hubby. Well, gotta go talk to Max. He is a 4, but I really love him. What do you mean I'm a 4? He heard you. You think? See, again, this is where it gets the self-deprecation, but in a way you're like, hey, buy it. But yeah, of course. Now, I'll be breathing through this a bit more, otherwise I'll be going, this will take forever. If anyone watching this wants to hear me go through it, go watch the first version I did. I read through it all. But yeah, they bring up stuff like they try to get Oberon, but Oberon has no way wanting to come back. I called him, sir, and he hung up on me. Call again, 27 times. Oh. And yeah, Ralph is completely freaked out for a moment. And I even tried to ask about his origin and everything. And again, self-deprecating and all that. But I love this then. These a bunch of hoodlums are Harvard teaching geniuses who are still complete and other gangs.
Oh wow!
Think about that. Think good grief, Moses. Are my eyes deceiving me? Or is that an airborne insect? I believe that's the vehicle used by the so-called superhero named Blue Beetle. They are descending upon our, if you'll excuse the colloquialism, turf with an alarming rapidity. And so they are. Let's bust their ass. Excuse me? Just indulging in my fondness for the vernacular. Please, Jerome, you know I find such degradation of the English language offensive. No more offensive than the incursion of these costume harriers into our neighborhood. Then, as I said, let us lambast their derrieres. We could engage them in a well-reasoned debate, and then Samuel has when Samuel has that ever bore fruit. Alas, Lawrence is correct. They have disrespected us by lumbering into our neighborhood without so much as a by your leave, and I fear constraint is our only recourse. Well, look, fellows, here comes that delightful subterranean whose meager goods we occasionally pilfer for the sheer delight of it. Good afternoon, Mrs. Malone. Bite my wrinkled butt, you no-account street and trash loser hoodlums. Heavens, that was so uncalled for. Given our own barbarous and illicit tomfooleries, many in the neighborhood just fear us. So much and the better if we're to rally them against this crass and metahuman intrusion. Right, so let's bust their ass. Jerome, my profoundest apologies. See what I mean? This idea of these hoodlums who are genius level intellect, and yet they say, this woman whose meager goods we occasionally pilfer for the sheer delight of it, making it clear they're still hoodlums. It's a hypocrisy. Isn't that funny? But yeah, we have Mary meeting up with Captain Marvel. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to startle you. Well, you did.
Captain
Good
Adam.
God, girl. Adam. I say Marvel.
Yes,
Adam.
you did. It's recorded.
Captain. I know. I groaned. I said I groaned. But yeah, see, I don't suppose you'll ever talk to me again. Well, it wasn't that bad. And yes, if you go by what Britt and I went over with Peter David's Supergirl, Mary is like this. There's always, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This annoyingly sweetness. So they are not. That's the case. That's one case where they are writing her very in character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wasn't that bad. Just I was lost in thought. And did you say new teammate? Mary Marvel. Mary Marvel? I had no idea there was a Mary Marvel. Oh, there are more of us than you can imagine. You should meet the bunny. Buddy? He's so adorable, and the way he beats the dickens out of those bad guys. Yes, well, I'm Captain Adam, man. Adam? No respect intended, but bye. Something I said. It's just, I might want to have children someday. What? You know, the radiation? You gotta be kidding. No offense, Captain. I'm sure you're a lovely person, being in the military and all. Aren't you, your Marvel, supposed to be invulnerable? As Uncle Dudley likes to say, better safe than sorry. But its energy is self-contained. I've never leaked once. Ask Mask. Ask any of them. I'm as safe as a nuclear power plant. Let me rephrase that. Doesn't mean we can't be good friends. I just think we should be chummy from a distance. Nice meeting you. Yeah. But yeah, of course, I love it when he sees Mary. Ay, down, does he? She's only 16.
Mm-hmm.
You're a booster gold, aren't you? That I am, and this is my lovable but dim-witted sidekick, Blue Beetle. Golly, I was hoping you'd be here soon. I'm so excited to be meeting you both. If you think you're excited now, just wait till you get to know me better. Mr. Gold, did you by any chance have dental work done today? Dental work? Why? You're drooling. And for the last time, Ralph, you're human. Or close enough to count, but you're still a 4. Would someone please tell her she doesn't have to stand all the way across the room like that? I'll tell her, in technicality. Remember, Booster, you're married. Technicality. But what if I'm not? What if that fruit extract mutated me into a 4? You know, for a woman who makes her life-teasing, horny shut-ins on her website, you're sure full of yourself. She actually thinks I'll microwave her. Keep me out of this. I got a heart condition. Hey, Fire, seen your website. You're pretty hot. Like horny shut-ins. Happy now? Sullying the innocent girl's mind and my good name in one fell swoop? As I recall, your good name self-destructed about seven years ago. Microwave her. What? Why did I come here? What did I have? And why did I come here? Deja vu, sir. You can say that again. We could just sneak out the back. Let's save that option for when we really need it. For now, I think I'll convene the meeting. And that's pretty much it. People, any questions? I had to ask. B, this exploiting of our image. What if we're already exploiting our image? I saw you agreed to shut down blazingfire.com, but I still got the posters and t-shirts and the 900 numbers. And shut up, Booster. I don't see any conflict of interest. As long as I agree that money generated by the group are funneled back into the group to cover overhead and such. And such. Define as such. Advertising, marketing fees. What kind of advertising, Mr. Lord? Whatever kind is necessary to get the message out. The message being, we'd like to hear that one ourselves. So basically, they're here to find out, why are you here and bringing this here? And also the fact that heroes locating there can bring trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I love this. They do all that like call to action by order of the E Street Bloodsuckers.
Tomasi Park. I see that.
Yep. Stand up and be counted or else. And yet everyone's just like, It's like we're doing like a rally to arms, but it's a threat. Again, the hypocrisy of these idiots.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically then we're seeing them, again, what makes this work is the dialogue. Obviously, you can tell there's very little action here, but it shows that you can have a book so long as you have witty dialogue. Like, it doesn't require action.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and worried that your presence here will make this neighborhood a target for every metahuman criminal with a point to prove, or an axe surprise in the grind. That's telling him. I argue that our presence here would be act as a deterrent. That has never proven to be the case. And ever. That's telling him. It's all direct due respect, Miss Turtle. Kettle. This idea that superheroes are magnets for supervillains, that somehow their very existence simulates the creation and attention of their own opposition, well, I find it patently absurd. Then you're either in denial or a moron. That's really telling them. I see no need for name calling. You're right, and I apologize. Well done. But then we see no need for your presence in our neighborhood. So why don't you leave? Shall I terminate her, my lord? No! What did I think that said? I say, I am not a thing. I am a cybernetic life form. If that walking mixmaster thinks he can threaten me, please, can't we all just get along? So apparently these guys share a special ability that they bounce around to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like increased telekinetic abilities and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they keep tossing it around and all that. They do different things like that, including shape-shifting, all that. But I love it how Mary just simply, to be honest, she's the Supergirl of the group.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, weren't there 4? Number 4 is over in the corner pleading for mercy. I love it. Now, let me get this straight. You were a child prodigy who went up to Harvard when you were 15, correct? And then you decided to come back to clean your own neighborhood. And you're coming back to your own neighborhood, hoping to clean up the street by becoming the toughest mother on the block. Awkwardly stated, but essentially correct. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Dumber than you and Beetle starting a vacation resort on Cooey. Well, almost. Now, where do the superpowers come in? The source of our abilities must, I'm afraid, remain a secret. Oh, I feel just awful about this. They were just trying to help in their charming sociopathic way. You knew about these kids? Local delinquents, local genius metahuman delinquents, whatever. But you did do a passable job of containing them. Well, Miss Turtle, you're smiling through gritted teeth. So does that mean, welcome to the neighborhood, Mr. Lord? For now. Wonderful. Perhaps we can discuss our future plans over dinner and don't even think about it. Another time then. Isn't it, darling? They like each other. Whatever you're thinking, B, don't say it. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to get more into the action. Oh,
Good.
Look at this.
It's like the Super Friends.
Exactly.
Oh, there you go. Super Buddies. There you go.
Yep. And oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are strangely silent, my Lord. I must assume that they are either overawed by your presentation or mass vomiting will shortly ensue. Definitely awe. You don't really believe that. No, but to know it could be a marvelous survival tool. Again, if we get more of this in the DCU, I will adore Lord in that. Because this is clearly what Gunn is going to go for. What?
This is, in which case you can check me out of Maxwell Lord.
Well, no, I'm saying good intention, but a bit scummy.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Of course, Mary's the only one who loved it because she's a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, but they drop off some of these spheres that teleport them, and they are now dealing with Roulette.
Okay, I know her.
Yep. But I gotta say, I love when they do all these credits. Like, if this ends up being the travesty we think it is, blame these profile purveyors of pop culture pap, Keith Giffen, and JMdematteis and Kevin McGuire. And we ask you to please have pity on Joe Rubinstein and Bob Lappin and Lee Lordrich. After all, they're just trying to feed their families. Of course, if this story miraculously turns out to be even half decent, all the credit must surely go to Dan Rassler and Steve Wacker.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Steve Wacker.
Yeah, me too.
Because he was actually a good one. But yeah, basically we're all brought in and are trying to have the heroes fight each other and everything. Although I love this. It could be anyone and all that. $5 says it's the Injustice League. 10 says he's a newbie. You're on. Does it strike you that we're taking it a little cavalierly? That means what I think it means, then yeah. This doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, he said he was a neighbor. I'm not talking about that yet. And what, pray tell, are you talking about? We've just been abducted, correct? Correct. And what are you feeling right now? Oh, a little bored, and I'm starting to get hungry. It turns out they're messing with emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So what better way to prevent people from escaping than having them feel mellow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what? It gotta be honest. That's look at it. You know I don't. Again, the simplicity of the artwork. 48 hours minimum, no guarantees. 24 hours, period. No excuses. Now look, lady, Willie, is it? Yep. you're new here, aren't you, Willie? Most of the tech team's new. And do you know why that is? Old guys quit. They were fired. Really? Hey, and do you know what happens when around here when you're fired? I'm starting to suspect. Let's just say there are no death benefits and leave it at that. 24 hours, ma'am. You're too good to me. The website, up, running and totally secure. Design, sweet, huh? Garish. But considering some of our clientele, utterly appropriate. So yeah, they're trying to figure out. I love it. You think we'd at least do something first? Save the world? Yank a stinking cat off a tree? Matt? But no, the entire team gets kidnapped right in front of me before we even snag a news time cover or an true Hollywood story. Matt? What? Calm down. You're gonna give yourself a stroke. I'd enjoy a stroke right now. It would certainly be more interesting than standing around here like idiots doing nothing. You're standing around like an idiot doing nothing. I'm sitting and taking some action. On the internet? www.superhumanresources.com. A nod to comic book resources back in the day. We're living in the age of the anal retentive. This website catalogs every known superhuman exhaustively. Powers, group, and alliance. I've never even heard of it. Of course not. You have a life. Ralph, on the other hand, spends endless hours looking himself up on all the search engines. After he found this site, I didn't see him for a month. Mixed blessing, I assume. I love him. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, let's see who's got the capability of this kind of mass teleportation. So basically, they're being brought in about wanting to fight and everything. They're told about it, and of course, like, why, no. Oh, and, I love this. Now, wait a minute. What'd you say about that atomic guy? He says you're going to drop him dead bang. What? I never do such a thing. Why? I never even had a boyfriend. He doesn't mean that, Mary Poppins. He means... Really? No, you can't be serious. Why are you always so catty? What can I say? I was born licking my fur. Mr. Terrific. Yes? I wasn't talking to you. I was talking about Mr. Terrific. You know, from the Justice Society. Oh, what about him? He matches the MO. There's an MO? The little flying balls? He calls them T-spheres. So you're saying the JSA abducted our team? We have to at least consider the possibility. But it doesn't make sense. Really, Max, after all these years, you're still looking for sense in life? Is it too much to hope for? Pardon the intrusion, oh hapless leader, but perhaps if we contacted this Mr. Wonderful, Terrific, I knew you'd like the idea. No, his name is... You set me up for that, didn't you? Bingo. Okay, I want that joke somewhere. Come on, don't you with Mr. Terrific? Come on. It's like this, Mr. Wonderful, Terrific. I knew you'd like the idea. But yeah, obviously you see, it leads to all this, and then finally they're like, can you believe the AC? If I'd ever so much as raise a pinky to one of my speak the word, we who are about to die salute you, and they go into a big fight. They turned up their aggression.
That's cool.
Yeah, and oh boy. And unfortunately, he'll be around. This is the last we get of Captain Atom, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
Up, battle of the century, Lobo versus Superman. Oh,
it's like Gladiator with the thumbs down. All right, that's
yeah,
cool.
but she's manipulating, forcing them to fight. But yep. Hey, look, it's a girl. But she's on fire. Who cares? It's a girl. Uh-oh. Convention. But yep, there's so you're telling me they are no longer affiliated with the so-called United Nations? I thought we went over this. Just answer the question, J-Lo. No, my lord, they are no longer affiliated with the so-called United Nations. Can I go to lunch now? And only Batman, the Flash, and Martian Manhunter are still affiliated with the current incarnation of the Justice League. So I told you, my lord, 5 times. Did I just hear an exasperated sigh? Of course not, my lord. Robots can't sigh. None of they don't want to end up as a hood ornament, they don't. My uncle is a hood ornament, my lord, and he's rather happy about it. Such sarcasm. Have you no respect for your lord and master? Only a modicum, sir. Where is my loyally High Nine? And why are you on the bridge annoying me instead of him? Don't you remember, my lord? The semester started at the Manga Khan School of Melodrama, and High Nine is teaching Pomposity 101 this year. Oh, that's right. Then, as I was saying, let me make this perfectly clear, my lord. These so-called Superbuddies are in no way affiliated with the JLA. Hey, may I speak freely, my lord? You mean you've been censoring yourself till now? You are Lord Manga Khan, and supreme and ruler of the cluster, you are feared and loathed across the galaxy. Well, yes, what do you mean loathed? Feared is one thing, but you can be afraid of someone and still think they're rather charming, and that's not the point, your obtuseness. And what is the point? You are exercising uncustomary caution where these Superbuddies are concerned. I have my reasons, but we have the power to decimate planets. What threat could they possibly pose to? Let's just say that the cluster has a prior history with these metahumans, and that mistakes were made. Mistakes, my lord, but one so flawless as you could not possibly make mistakes. Sarcasm again, J-Lo? Modicum, did I mention that my patient has its limits? No, my lord, but thanks for bringing it up. Oh, and look, they make it seem like there's a fire. Hi, fellas. That's a fire extinguisher in her pocket. Are you happy to see me? Hey, I know her. I paid $50 to have her as my screensaver. She's got this great website where she set the whole damn cell on fire. I love her way of getting out of there. But yep, use them to get them all out of there and everything. They realize what's going on and all that. We remind my incredible will coupled with the superior power of the female intellect. Of course. Well, whatever suggested they plan in our heads, we're in English. I'm from Brazil. I may sing Spanish, but I think in Portuguese. That's clever.
Okay.
That's clever, of course. It's like, yeah, mind control can only do it if it's in your head. But if you're not thinking that. But yep. Oh, they get him out. They're like, I don't want to be rescued. That's how somber they've made him. But yeah, they get out there, try and stop him. Finish him! Finish him! Boy, look how pissed she is!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. Yep, and... Yep. But they're ready to, they're ready to deal with them all and everything. And Mary, no! You're killing him! Mary, whatever they've done to you, they can stop. This isn't you. You're no killer. You're a sickeningly sweet, unbearably naive, nauseatingly prudish Mary Poppins wannabe, remember? Get the burp and get out of my burping way! I can't believe you just said that. Come on, kid, snap out of it. Tell you what, you be good, and we'll go back to our HQ. Pop the Sound of Music into the DVD player and have some milk and cookies in. I said get out of my burping way! Even I wouldn't use language like that, and I'm a total bilingual trash mouth. But you're a role model to Girl Scouts all over America. Think of little Susie and Sally and all the girls of Troop 62. Great, now we've gone from gutter to the guttural. Mary, sweetie, I know I viewed you as a combination of contempt and disgust from the moment you arrived, but only because I don't like you. But the fact is, girlfriend, I like you even less this way. So come on, use your will, do something. Don't let him dance you around like a puppet. No, you idiot, he's leaking radioactive material. My God, he could be melting down. I knew that. So what are you going to do about it? Me? You can hold him in your force field, contain the leaks, and stop Mary from killing him. Yeah, I could before we got here. Whatever they did to, and they did to our minds, if fire could break through it, then so can we. Okay, so use your force field. I don't have one! But, oh boy, she still wails even fire down, and no. She's dead. Yep. When she figures out it's you, maybe now would be a good time for that game of canasta in Monte Carlo. Hang on a second. Something's up with Mary. Well, goodbye, fellas. No, it's not that. I think she's coming out of it. Oh, how did all these people get in my room? Heads will roll. But how did a neurological what? Short circuit and is due to undue stress. Oh, come on. No, I'm afraid an original note of apology just won't do. Indeed, disco. That is disco. That's right, all of you. You heard? Dump them. Pardon? Get those super losers out of here. If I may, Roulette, doesn't that seem the wisest? The married girl trumped her programming due to technical oversight. Regardless, she beat the house. And fair is fair. Because yet she looked up to the original Mr. Terrific.
Okay, I see.
Yep, but yeah, they get out of there, and now they have to deal with Captain Adam, and of course, she is completely, oh boy, upset, breaking down upset. Oh boy, yikes! Yikes as in yikes, I forgot to pay my credit card bill? Nope. Yikes is in that Julia Roberts standing over there in a bikini? Nuh-uh. Then what? I think you better turn around and have a look for yourself. Yikes! Like, oh, I love it. You don't think it has anything to do with us, do you? Doesn't it always?
That's funny.
You're kidding, right? Why would I be kidding? With all due respect, your friend is leaking. He's dying. No need to be so testy, Mr. Beetle. Or should I just call you Blue? Look, you insufferable idiot. What'd I do? I'm not talking to you, Booster. Oh, are you going to help him or not? I'd love to help him. Great. If I knew how. You might not want to get these people mad at us, Doctor. They tend to hit first and think later. Good point. Nurse, 10 cc's of something or other. I don't think it's going to penetrate his skin, Doctor. If that is his skin. Oh, boy. So, yeah, and while they're trying to deal with Captain Atom, I hate aliens. Supervillains, no problem. They hit me, I hit them back. It's easy. But as soon as a giant spaceship starts showing up, oh, please be. We've been through more invasions from other worlds than I could possibly count. You've seen one giant spaceship, you've seen them all, as far as I'm concerned. But aliens, they're so, well, alien. You burst into flames. I stretch in all kind of ridiculous shapes. Imagine what we look like to them. And of course, the ship is right over our headquarters. And there are giant robots standing at our doorstep. What could they possibly want with us? We haven't even done anything yet. The Superbuddies haven't. You forgot that we were the Justice League ones, and we ticked off a lot of people. Aliens included. What do you think, Mary? Interesting point of view. Yeah, and then, of course, she said they're trying to keep her calm, but she keeps like, she is just ready to break into tears after what she did. I thought I'd have been extremely clear, but perhaps you humans are stupider than I presume. My intelligence, or lack of some, has nothing to do with this. It all comes down to one thing. Right, Alon's not going with you. Sue, could you let me handle this negotiation? Do you wish to discuss this with your female associate? There's nothing to discuss. You act as if we are seeking and to abduct the Alon unit, but we offer merchandising of great value in exchange for... whoopsie! You think you can crack the window? It's getting a little thick in here. Merchandise will be silenced. Is there something alive in there? Look, let me make this perfectly clear. Elron stays here. He's not some object to be traded. He's our friend. I don't know if I go that far, sir, after all we've meant to each other. Okay, he's our friend. Sort of. And look, it's Nort!
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And they make a joke of he became a Dark Star.
Mm-hmm.
After what happened with the Green Lantern Corps.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happened I had my Justice League Antarctica card in my back pocket before they strip searched me. Justice League Antarctica? Oh God, what was I thinking? And this flea-infested disaster is what you want to trade for Elron? He is no longer a value to you. He was never a value to me. Now, can you say that about the guy who single-handedly pulverized the Scarlet Scarier? And Scarier? One moment, please. I must contact the cluster. Do you really consider me your friend? Of course. Not a close friend, mind you, but this is an extraordinary compliment coming from a man as vain as narcissistic as you, my lord. Why, thank you, Elron. And you will not return me to the cluster? Absolutely not. No matter what they may offer you. My lord, I'm thinking it over. So much for my self-esteem. Robots have self-esteem. Eat too, Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, but unfortunately, because they realize about him being nuclear now, everything's starting to go crazy. Oh, but I love this. Tries to call the Superbuddies. Nothing's working. EPA coming through.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get their way in, talking. Things are about to go nuts and all that. And your attention, please. You are soon to be graced by the presence of his egotistical eminence, Lord High Master of the Cluster, President Emeritus of the Manga Khan School of Melodrama, the most feared and revered, loved, loathed, reviled, and respected figure ever to soar the spaceway. Does she have to do this? It's in her contract. And believe me, you're getting the short version. You're sure that's a she? Let me put it this way. Haba haba. You're attracted to it? Her? Prepare now to gaze upon his wonder, his splendor, his grace and beauty. Prepare to be bored beyond imagining by his penchant for endless, tedious speeches. We used to date, but it didn't work out. Religious differences. She's Catholic, I'm Jewish. What? That was a joke, your denseness. You know, I can see how you might call that a she. I mean, look at the way it widens around that doubt. Yes, dear. And then, the merchandise will remain silent. I love how they keep on saying that to him. Like, she busts her way in, of course. Sue, come here, you big, strong hunk of burning rubber. Fire, you explain everything to Max. I've got some strenuous elasticizing to do. Before you say another word, let me warn you that I'm an extremely bad noob. But I'm serious. I don't want to hear That's not who I think it is. Of course not. Good, because a second there I thought it was Nord. Don't be silly. So that's just another big furry dog thing with the IQ of a splinter. Naturally. Oh, come on, guys. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. The merchandise will shut up. Merchandise? Oh, boy, when they're talking about him, Captain Adam, it's not good. I killed him. Don't panic, Max. He's not dead yet. I don't want to do it. They made me. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Do you think I could just get not now. Just hang up on me. Somebody told me to just hang up on me. People's heroes, huh? But you can't reach the JLA. You can reach the Superbuddy. Come on. Max and Beetle, don't hang on me. It's important. Thank you for calling the Superbuddies hotline to be support a crisis situation. Blah, blah. But who does he call instead? Babs.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Hello? Oracle? Barbara, it's me. It's Ted. Don't hang up. Why on earth would I hang up? You wouldn't, would you? Of course not, Ted. What's this all about? It's Captain Adam. I thought you said it was Ted. I don't have time for jokes, Barb. You don't have time for jokes? Cap's dying. If I don't do something fast, I mean, can you imagine what the EPA is going to do with him? The EPA? The Environmental Protection Agency. I know what it is, Ted. But what's the EPA got to do with Captain Adam? He needs a doctor, but not a doctor. He's a doctor who knows how to treat superheroes. Ted, where are you? Lower Manhattan Medical Center. But if you don't help me, I'm going to end up having to fight my way into a nuclear waste facility. Calm down. You're getting hysterical. I'm not getting hysterical, damn it. I am hysterical. It's better enough I was cooped up with Booster for all those hours. But this, okay, let me just get this straight. Captain Adam's badly injured and the Environmental Protection Agency wants to take him to a nuclear waste facility. Why is that so hard to understand? Stop yelling at me, Ted, or I swear don't hang up. Just help me, Babs, please. I don't know what to do. Booster's with Cap now, trying to hold the EPA guys off. You left them with Booster Gold? I know, but I didn't have any other options. Cap, he's leaking all kinds of stuff. I don't know if it's radioactive or leaking. He's not melting down. Who said anything about him melting down? Ted, you gotta pull yourself together. I am together. Get your dollar together. I am. If I was any more together, I'd be falling apart. That didn't make much sense, did it? No. Ted, are you? I can't let them take him, Babs. No one's going to take it. Now, just hang on a second. I'll see what Okay, Star Labs has a meta-human treatment facility. Metropolis, nothing closer. Transport's not an issue. Star ramped up his medevac readiness during the war. How soon? Within the hour. I owe you, Babs. And Barb, big time. You don't owe me anything, handsome. Except maybe dinner and a movie. Dinner and a movie? Handsome? You sure you haven't mixed me up with some other guy wearing blue? To be fair, there was teasing of those two also being a thing.
What the Bruce Tim is that?
No. Gail and other writers have played this up when it was clear that Dick was more. It was before they tried to put her more with Nightwing.
No, but isn't he much older than she is?
Nope. Not in this version.
Oh, okay.
If there is an age gap, it'd be like a 5-year age gap.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, especially by this point.
Mm-hmm. It's not like Bruce and Barbara.
No, not even. Also, Chuck Dixon also toyed with this pairing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah, but I also like that. You sure you're not mixing me up with some other guy wearing blue, meeting Nightwing?
Mm-hmm.
But yep, and then they're ready to have Manga Khan show up. Like, now, before we go out there, what you mean, we Kimosabe, it would help our bargaining position if we had some idea why he wants you back. I suspect, sir, that he lusts after me and wants to take me as his bride. So you don't know? Not a clue. Let's do this. Remember, you're incompetent. It's not simply my existence on the line, but the life of every man, woman, and child on the planet. You know, you really are a downer. With good reason. Manga Khan! I love his design.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. Oh, and then the president is certain Saddam Hussein is behind this apparent alien invasion. When asked why Saddam would choose to invade Queens in a flying saucer, a White House spokesman replied, "Because we said so." When I think of all I miss growing up on Mars without cable television. Glad you're making up for your deprived youth. You were eavesdropping. You were talking to yourself. Should we get involved? Is there a reason to? That ship is hovering right over their headquarters, and it's a cluster design. I repeat, should we get involved? Beetle, Booster, Manga Khan? Absolutely not. At least not until it gets out of hand. It hasn't yet. Believe it or not? No. I estimate half an hour at best before we have to pull our collective fat out of the fire. And you know how I feel about fire. I thought you liked her. I wasn't talking about... Was that a joke? You know where to find me. Chunk. How droll. All time's sake. Naturally. Again, this one is there like they play up the whole, he does have a sense of humor, but people are like, did Batman just crack a joke?
Mm-hmm.
Like the JLA, but you knew that, didn't you? Mm-hmm. That was easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, they're having to deal with him. He's brought out because he's hunting for a hydrant, of course.
Yeah.
But of course we find out that Manga Khan, he is just, again, a melodramatic guy and everything. Well, here we are, inside our headquarters. You, Maxwell Lord, leader of the newly formed Superbuddies. Me, Elrond, your robotic assistant, and Manga Khan himself, uncontested ruler of the cluster. I think we know that, Elrond. Just making sure your doltishness. Now, let me make this perfectly clear, Khan. Elrond is not up for grab. Would that I could have accepted your refusal, Ruben. But I fear that my priorities must supersede yours, and the choice laid before me tear my soul asunder. Though it's true, we have come together as like minds in the past. Today we go where angels fear to tread. Ask not for whom the bell tolls; it tolls for thee. What is he talking about? He's suffering from a rare mental disease called soliquina. It is a chemical imbalance in the brain. Shall I ask JLo for his medication? If you could, Elrond. You know, there's something here I don't get. It's been years since you left Elrond Razak. Why does I need to want him back? I am Manga Khan. My needs are so beyond your comprehension that your paltry mind could never grasp their complexity. Before your world was, Khan was. Before your sun burned hot in the firmament, before your race was birthed from the cosmic womb, the great Khan was wandering the spaceway, his legend spreading from planet to planet. You can no more understand me than an insect can understand you. Do you see the futility of this question? The sheer hopelessness of your quest, and yet I feel your desperate desire to probe the layers of my being, the veil that's around. Okay, just forget I asked. But I don't understand why you don't let us fly back. It worked out better this way. Panhandling tokens, being squashed in sardines in a subway car. I thought you liked being pressed up against strange women. Stop that. Stop what? Talking to me like I'm some 12-year-old with out of control hormones and subhuman IQ. Sorry if I've been overestimating you. You know what this all comes down to? I don't trust you. You don't trust me. You admit it. Of course I admit it. I don't trust you at all. For crying out loud, Beetle. You used to trust me with your life. My car, maybe. My life? Never. How come you hate me all of a sudden? All of a sudden? I can't take this anymore. Ever since the team got back together, you've been treating me like dirt. And get a grip, Booster. You're acting like some jilted lover. Well, that's what it feels like. But that's not what I meant, Ty. You don't think that I mean, once I actually went to this website where all these guys were, but I would never. I blame myself. Blame for even having this conversation. Look, what I mean is, we were best buds once. What I do to make you turn against me? It's this all, I have a heart condition, now I'm mature routine, isn't it? I'm not listening. And you think less of me because I married some repulsive old lady for her money. Not listening. It's not too late to leave. Oh, and I'll admit it, John. You don't want to leave. I absolutely want to leave, Wally. Unfortunately, I'm all too aware that the JLA must remain here in order to avert the inevitable disaster. It sounds like you have minimal confidence in them, John. I have no confidence in them. Oh, ye of little faith. You're enjoying this, aren't you? I'm Batman. I don't enjoy anything. Uh-huh. So, you used to run with these guys, huh, Johnny? And actually, Plas, I used to run with them. John flew, but I wouldn't talk about it too much. You're embarrassed, Sam. I am not embarrassed. Well, you should be. They've got a guy on their team with an elastic body, and all he does is stretch. Never turns into a parking meter or a taxi, or I just want to keep an eye on things. Don't trust them, eh? Trust isn't the issue. Oh, really? So from here, we check up on the JSA, the Titans, the Doompa. Okay, trust is the issue. Don't the people in the neighborhood realize the danger? Look at them, acting as if this is some kind of street party. Yeah, and I think that guy on the corner is cooking up some ribs. Maybe I should whoosh on down there and you stay right where you are. Can you blame the locals for wanting to make a party out of it? Their actions are foolish and ill-conceived. Well, aren't we the judgmental goddess today? See what I mean? I warned you about with how she's handled. Now, granted, I can understand her being a little questioning, but not bitter.
It just stacks and stacks and stacks.
But would you agree? Like, would you be like, why are they doing that? But she'd be more confused, not like, why are they doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
But yep, trying. Oh yeah, they basically try to Mary is finally calmed down and everything. Finally, just reaching this point of accepting things a bit more. But he goes to talk to Sue. Is the medication working, my former Lord and Master? I'm feeling much better now, Elron. Thank you. The least I could do, your degradedness and derangedness. Now, Mr. Lord, let me put it this more directly. Everyone has a price. Not this time. Your resistance is the sign of a skilled barter. I'm not bartering. There's nothing to negotiate. Elron stays. That's it. I think you really do have a backbone. Bravo. So what you're saying is you want me to sweeten the deal. I'm not saying anything of the kind. There is no deal, Khan, and I think it's time you sweeten. Don't weaken now your waffle ship. We have heard that you are no longer wholly human, that you are in fact a cyborg. Uh-oh. What if we used our superior technology, here it comes, to make you human again? Well, I better go pack. Of course, Booster and Beetle show up. They're arguing with each other and everything. I'm not going away till you talk to me. And what do you want me to say? I want to know what your problem is. My problem? You got it all wrong. It's not my problem. It's yours. It'd be bad enough if you hadn't changed one iota since our JLA days. Hey, but for God's sake, you've devolved. I'd be insulted if I knew what that meant. It's like you made some conscious choice to be a moron, to regress into a perpetual state of adolescent idiocy. Now I know I'm insulted. Well, you should be. Sure, we had a lot of fun in the old days playing the Abbott and Costello of the spandex set, but even then, Booster, you had a brain in your head. You tried hard to conceal it, but we all knew it was in there somewhere. Abbott and Costello? I thought it was more Martin and Lewis. You're not even listening. Oh, I'm listening. You know what? I've had enough. I'm from the future, remember? This isn't my time. I've worked damn hard trying to adjust to your asinine will. And believe me, it hasn't been easy. And do you even think to ask me, really ask me how I'm doing? No, you just sit there high and mighty judgment. I don't even know who you are anymore. Want to know who I am? I'm Ted Cord and I've grown up. You ought to try it sometime. Try this. Uh-oh. That can't be good. It would be those two. What was that? I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything? Not me. Nope, nothing. Max, can I have you talk to you for a second? Uh-oh. Beetle, Booster, figures. Tell me we could talk our way out of this. We can talk our way out of this. Really? Of course not. Most unfortunate. I can explain. No, I can't. I am more than willing to ignore this blatant act of aggression if you return the Elron unit to me. And if we don't, total annihilation of your planet. The whole planet? Yes, the whole planet. How do you annihilate half a planet? Well then, Khan, you leave me no choice. I didn't see that coming. You sure did. Max just clocked Manga Khan. You know, he kind of punches like a sissy. How he punches isn't the point. What Khan does next is, Max hit that big robot. Yep. Was that a smart thing to do, given the circumstances? Nope. Shouldn't we do something? Running for cover sounds like a good idea. Well, now you've really done it. Me? Why is everything my fault? That's something only a good therapist can answer. You know, I guarantee that we'll be happy about this in a couple of minutes. In a couple of minutes, Earth will no longer exist. Come on, with your armor on you, you couldn't even feel that. Even with this armor off. And he couldn't have felt that. No disrespect intended, sir, but you punch like a sissy. I do not. Whatever you say, your limp-wristedness. Enough! You have refused to barter in good faith, attacked my guards unprovoked, and soiled my person with your filthy human hand. Of this, of course, you realize this means war! Oh boy. But they tried to make a discussion, but then Mary decides, you know what? Just use her power to beat them up and disarm them. Which them? All of them. All of them? Do it. Boy, you sure got up on the wrong side of the canal today. Go! I'm gone! But that oversized drilling dog thing, the robot with the big tush was leading around, I've never seen him before. And I'm sticking to that story no matter what they do to me. Hey, John, see, it really is him. They all see him and everything. Now, John, no one's ever solved the problem by ignoring it. You are enjoying this. Don't tell anybody. It'll ruin my image. Really? A Martian? He's green, isn't he? Aren't they supposed to have antennae? He's very shy about exposing his. But I'd be happy to show you. Booster! With antennae, could you go back to being unbearably grim? It was so much more tolerable. And of course, because of Mary doing all that, they've just, and the league showing up, it's decided to send them away. And yep, B's happy to see Jean and everything. I love this. Good to see you too, Beatrice. She wasn't that happy to see me. Martian pheromones, the women go absolutely wild. Was that a joke? From a ruthless, obsessive creature of the night? Don't be absurd. And I'm the only one who finds the sudden emergence of a sense of humor deeply troubling. I love that. Plastic Man is the one who's like, guys, I'm supposed to be the funny one here. But yep, and they finally come to an agreement and everything. They keep Elrond. They're allowed to go at everything. And, but of course, JLA make a habit of spying on newly formed. We weren't spying, Max. We weren't spying, Max. Oh, really, Jean? Then what would you call it? Intimate observation. Yeah, so intimate I can feel you breathing down my... Now, Max, let's not be so hostile. I want you to give me one good reason why the Justice League should be sticking their superfluous noses in our business. Beetle and Booster. Those are 2 reasons. Those are 2 reasons. I asked for 1. They can't help themselves, Max. They really think the world can't get along without them. Well, I've got a newsflash for you, Batman. Muscleheads in funny costumes are a dime a dozen. We don't need your help. Living with Ralph is really getting to you, isn't it? Ralph, Batman just insulted you. I'll add him to the list. So you're telling me you've never once turned into a fire hydrant? A fire hydrant with Nord around? Well, then how about a car or a launcher? And having a little identity crisis, are we? This was before identity crisis, by the way. I know this fantastic therapist on the Upper West Side who, where's Captain Adam? Wasn't he part of this? He's in the hospital. Hospital? What happened? Mary Marvel nearly beat him to death, but he's okay. He should be back out in a couple of days. Bwa-ha-ha! Mary Marvel, he got beaten up by a girl. Bwa-ha-ha! And what did you say? Bwa-ha-ha! How woefully passe. Oh, come on, Ralphie. You got to admit, it's kind of funny. Cap getting his claw cleaned by a Beatrice DaCosta. Never mentioned that name. Wee bit, I don't know, arrogant? Why? Because I disapprove of this entire venture? You must admit that your bumbling nearly caused an extraterrestrial incident that could have... Bumbling? I do not doubt that your intentions are noble. Well, actually, I do, but for argument's sake, let's say they are, but the sheer ineptitude of your organization is staggering. There! That's arrogance! Right there! I would seriously rethink my involvement with these Superbuddies. Bitch. What did you say? I said, thank you ever so much, O goddess from on high, from deigning to bestow your wisdom upon us merest mortals. That's not what it sounded like. Got that right, bitch. And if it were not for the misplaced affection John feels for this group, I would. Don't let B get to you, Guy. Guy, I think if the two of us sat down alone together, we could work everything out. The merchandise will be silent. But hey! I don't know about you, kid, but I'm starving. How about we go out for some food and girl talk? Wonder Woman's not coming, is she? Nope, and it's on me. And what's the idea of talking to me like I'm Nord? If the collar fits, look, can we call it truce? You stop treating me like an immature idiot. I'll stop making fun of your alleged heart condition. I don't understand. It's not alleged. See, you're yelling at me already. Believe me, I wouldn't want Miss Hubris to share a cup of hemlock. You know, no, I've always admired her so much. But now that I met her, she really is no, Uncle Marvel always told me that if you can't say something nice about someone, you shouldn't say anything. Uncle Marvel, that the bunny? No, the bunny's name is Happy. Oh, I hope you get to meet him one day. He's just the sweetest. We're all part of the great sisterhood, uniting the transcendent ideals of the feminine spirits. Why do they not like me? This is the reason why they did it. The Wonder Woman office refused to have them write her.
Good idea.
And they had off at everything, and it's shown that, yep, things are going to take off. But it's going to be slow, but it's going to work out. And that's the end. It's more comedy than action, which was the point of the book.
Which is why I don't like this era.
Because it's more comedy?
Yeah, honestly, the whole book is just boring.
All right, that's fair. I mean, I know, and I personally enjoy it because I like the wit.
Yeah, that's totally fine. It's nothing against you, brother.
Yeah, but
this I hate.
I know.
Like, I'm sorry. No, that alone drops it a full 3 points.
I know, because, and the fact she's so oblivious.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I mean, it's like, yeah, she's condescending, but she doesn't realize her own follies because she thinks she's giving advice.
Yeah, but that's not the way Diana is. Honestly, that's Diana written by Tom King.
I think this is worse than that.
Oh, bro.
Because you actually have people calling her a bitch and everything.
Yeah.
It's B calling her a bitch.
Still making it worse.
Yeah. And the fact that even Ted is calling her out.
Yeah, I'm like,
now,
no,
would Diana disapprove of this, given their bumblingness?
She would, but here's the thing: she wouldn't behave like this under no circumstances would she do that.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, like I said, I get the humor. I think what they're trying to go for is she's being more condescending than she's probably intending to, and is too oblivious to that.
Yeah, but that would be essentially good for Diana if she just came to Man's World. She did it at this point.
Definitely not.
She's adjusted.
This would have fit perfectly if she was in the JLI.
Still, I do not want these guys even coming within the same zip code as Wonder Woman.
Well, JMdematteis would handle her much better. That was more Keith, and he's no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
JMdematteis has proven he could.
JMdematteis is actually God tier when you give him an actual thing and say, write Wonder Woman, he will write a good Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but here is a case of they were trying to write her in their comedy style, the self-deprecating.
There's a way to do it, but not portray her to be like a total bitch.
Exactly, and and the worst part is, it's like, you look at how she was earlier, it's a little condescending, but not, it's more, like I said, this moment here. The
anger in which she's drawn.
Yeah.
You see, there's a way to do funny Wonder Woman. It's been done in other books, like Wonder Woman Black and Gold. There's ways to do that and for it to fit in this humor. But this is just character assassination.
It is. And again, like I said, her having to watch the comedicness of the League, because that's clearly what the JLA is meant to do here. They're meant to be looking and knowing things are going to get bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, her wondering, like, why aren't these people taking this seriously? Yeah, I can see Diana be completely
She would
baffled.
say that, yeah, but it's like the other stuff, no.
Yeah, like, again, on its face, that dialogue right here of don't the people in the neighborhood realize the danger? Look at them, act like it's some kind of street party. That's fine, but then Wally has to say, why are you being judgmental?
Well, the other thing, I just don't like other superheroes calling Diana a bitch, particularly Z-listers, because I'm like, okay, when you're at the level of Wonder Woman, then you can talk.
True, but to be fair, Fire is always that type who will just tell off someone.
Doesn't mean I like it.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying that's kind of how the character's been established.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but what about the artwork?
Artwork is pretty decent. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but so yeah, you definitely didn't like this, and probably has no interest in the follow-up, right?
It's because the humor is very 2000s. It's not like my type of humor, and I don't like books that's just people standing around and talking all
That's
day.
fair. That's fair. But
that's just me, and that's just my own personal taste. It's totally cool if you like it.
Oh yeah, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I'm absolutely. Just and obviously there was a market for other people liking this. Obviously.
Oh yeah. Well, this is good for its time.
Mm-hmm. I know but at least I can definitely say this is an epitome of a lot. Not all the era. That era definitely had a bit more superheroics in it. This was trying to condense everything. It is kind of like when Keith Giffen would do an ambush bug mini after years and then call out thinking about how comics work currently.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, I've never been like, okay, so when is Doomsday gonna show up and tear him apart, or has that already happened?
First of all, this is well after that.
Oh, okay. I'm like, hey, can Doomsday show up all of a sudden out of nowhere and just like?
Oh, that was Jurgen. That was Jurgen's league.
Yeah. Well, no, it led to the Good League showing up.
True. But again, there's a reason why. Now, but let me guess. I take it you probably feel like now, in your mind, do you feel like they deserve to be treated as the punching bags they did during the Dio's era?
I mean, there's a place. The Dio had a lot of characters be the punching bag that didn't deserve to be the punching bag. Let's be clear there.
Yeah, but
I want to be clear there.
But they got it badly during Infinite Crisis, killing off Ted. All that stuff.
I think it's primarily because it's like they were the group that's like, okay, who cares? We have the Pantheon, we have the actual Justice League. It would also be like, I'm of the opinion that there should not be a Justice League without the Trinity under any circumstances.
Fair enough, but of course, when
again, it's my preference.
Oh no, I understand that. I'm just pointing out how. Obviously, for when the original JLI was done, that wasn't an option at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get for that period, but I'm just like, plus, here's the thing. I found Fire to be very unlikable.
She can be.
A lot of these characters were either annoying as hell or unlikable.
Yep, and in the case of Fire, it's because she doesn't have Ice with her. Ice was always the one who can temper both her, B and Guy. And without Tora around, B got really bitchy.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I will say this. While yes, Diana's coming up condescending, B's doing no favors.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree to that? B is probably causing Diana to come off worse because she doesn't deal with someone like that regularly.
Yeah. Luckily, I've enjoyed other Keith Giffen written DC work, so it's not like I got a problem with the writer.
Right, exactly. The whole point of this was trying to bring back the old, the JLI days.
Did it work?
Well, it's more of a case. Well, they would have done more if they had more ideas. It was a case where it's like, when we come up with ideas, we'll do more.
So it's like they reestablished this team and then just left it in limbo.
They left it for the next time they would come back to it, which they would in JLA Classified, which ended up they let it happen even though they knew what was going to happen in Identity Crisis.
Okay, here's the thing, bro. They really shouldn't have done this unless they had a plan.
Yeah,
this seems like they kind of didn't have a plan at first. They're like, let's just bring this thing back. Okay, what now?
But they did that a number of times for again, just doing it, like, let them do it, let it get out of their system, all that stuff. By the way, here's one little bit that I got chuckle from me in the follow-up. When a woman's coming out like, sweet, Lord in heaven, look at those legs. Oh, baby, you could drive my car anytime. Beep, beep, beep. You know, fellas, that's not some slab of meat you're demeaning with your infantile output. That's a human being. What did you say?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, baby, let's get down tonight.
Yeah. You know what? I'll admit that's funny. I like that.
Was that? Oh, I also love this. Susan, he's like, good morning, Susan. Good morning. Like, you know, and all it's like, good morning, Susan. And he walks out and turns out she has earbuds, so she didn't hear a thing. And now she's like, morning, Max, too late. Another one of his
moves. The other thing, this isn't the time period when screaming was considered comedy, and it's like, oh, God.
True. But yeah, throughout all this one got I think was a bit of a better follow-up and everything. Especially when it leads to a bunch of gags. Although there is a thing where they believe Sue is pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And again, this came out right around the time of Identity Crisis.
Oh, no!
So, but she isn't pregnant here, but... Oh, hey, buddy, come say to the neighbors. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. So wait, so let me get this straight. So Maxwell Lord is back because they downloaded his mind into an android?
Actually, he became an android during the JLI era. They never explain how he reverted back to being human.
Okay, and so is this obviously, this is pre-Diana snapping his neck.
Obviously. Basically, there's no way to fit. The first mini, you can fit in continuity. This makes it a headache.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I'm like, hey, Diana, shouldn't you be getting to that neck snapping around this time?
Yep, and in fact, the fact it ends on this moment. That's why eventually they said that this would be its own separate Earth, and that was the world that Justice League 3000 took place in.
Oh, so it's 3000 what was essentially the future of this.
Well, that's what they eventually changed it to. The original was supposed to be the future of Earth 1, and then they later decided, forget it. Let's not do that. And thus they decided. Then they had Ice show up and they revealed their history, and that's what ties everything into it. Especially, and I gotta say, one of the best moments here is, okay, have you ever heard the tale of if you bring someone from hell, you gotta have your face. Walk up and don't look back. At the moment you turn back to look at them, they will disappear and you will lose them forever.
Like the wife that was turned to salt in the Bible.
Yes, exactly. They even bring that up about it. The Orpheus. And basically, so they do that, and you can see B and Guy are struggling. But then
also, I like B with long hair. I don't like the short hair at all.
Yep, but then Beatrice, you always did care too much. Oh, and look at that.
I gotta say the facial expressions in this is superb. Utterly superb.
This mini, I think you would prefer because the writing was better. It's much better.
I just want more action. I don't want to read issues upon issues of people just sitting around and talking.
That's why I think this issue definitely has a lot more of that. And I think it's also because Mike Carlin's more involved with this one compared to the other one. And Carlin is one who's more likely to encourage action and all that.
Okay.
Oh boy. Gaia. Well.
Oh.
But later he apologized, said he crossed the line and everything. But I love this whole bit.
Normally does. Yeah.
She kicked his butt, but then it's like, oh, she doesn't know how to deal with him.
Let's give Guy Gardner more brain damage.
And then of course, my eyes are up here. Yep, you have Power Girl. Again, I think that's the other thing. Your Guy and Power Girl are there, and it makes it a lot more fitting than Adam was.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like Power Girl, she already has that funniness to her. I think what makes this, if we do go over this one, just because I do think it's a better writing, I think you'd find out that this is again, it's like the first one, it's been so long that it was more of a case of them calling out things at that time. This is more of a case of, since it's their second adventure, you're more likely to take things a bit more seriously, and it's all right. We've already established everything. Let's just tell some good stories with them. And yeah, you have them like go to an alternate. They think they're in hell. Now they're in this other world where everyone's twisted and everything. And yep. Oh, you have an alternate version of ice. And this is after what they just went through.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But again, I think we could go over this just because I said this is probably already getting your interest a bit more, isn't it?
Little.
A little. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's only two minis at least.
Okay.
But yeah, so anything else you want to say about this?
I see why people enjoy it. It's not for me.
Right. All right, so, but, actually, before we go, what did you think about with these guys, this hoodlums? Again, that's one thing I give JMdematteis credit for. They come up with some interesting ideas that you're like,
again, it's a very 2000s joke.
It is. All of this neighborhood group and everything. I think that's the other thing. This is too much of its time, whereas the new mini is more trying to do something that just fits in the world.
Yeah, that's why, because what was the era that I came in with the Justice League?
Right. Hey, I got in during this particular era, so.
Okay, and I could see, then, and I guess I could see why you would have an attachment to it.
Well, I'm saying the second mini, not the first.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
The second mini, because I got in buying it regularly with Infinite Crisis and then 52.
Okay, I see.
Up until that point, I was a trade-only guy. But yeah, so, okay. Thank you for joining me on this one, Jared. Thank you, everyone else. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Bye-bye.